What is up, YouTubers, gamers and hobbyists? Welcome to Chill with Pete, the series that you put on whilst you have a cup of coffee and just chill out. It literally is the length of time it takes me to drink this cup of coffee. I've just made it, however, so it's going to be a while. Not too long. I suppose they average between 10 and 15 minutes. With a little bit of give and take here and there. And to repeat, it's a bit of a catch up. So, what's been going on? Well, just to let you know, because although I tell you on my On the Bench series what's going on in my life and this, that, and the other, they are so far in advance. It'll be a long time before you get to know. So, I've started a new role within the police force. Through the agency I'm with, and that is super cool. I started last week. I started on the Wednesday, so I've done 3 full days there now. So next week will be like my first full week, and it will incorporate some working till midnights as well. So, but it's all good because I've got a job. I've got a job now until at least March next year. So that's good news. That's great news. What's been happening hobby-wise? Well, I've just filmed it On the Bench, actually, but like I say, you won't see that one for a long, long time, well over a month. So, but I've been doing my Cadian Shock Troops. I've been working on those. I've been working on my Catachan Jungle Fighters, which I have now, which I'm loving, by the way. These guys here. These guys. They've got so much character to them. I just love them. And I'm wondering where to get the rules for them from. They're mentioned in my Astra Militarum Codex, but the one I've got is a very old codex. So I'm wondering, are they in the new one or not? I hope they are, but if not, I'll find something on them somewhere anyway. Either way, if they're not covered rules-wise, when I come to start playing Warhammer again, I'll just use them as regular troops. I just love them so much. They are great. I've just primed them, well, about a half hour ago, in German Panzer Grey. I will say, to build, they're great fun, really good fun to build. Loads of options, and they're very easy to convert. I did a couple of small conversions on them, just to get poses I wanted. Very, very easy to do. So I wouldn't mind getting another box of them, actually. Just the regular Jungle Fighters, just because there's so many different variations you can do, and loads of different heads. But there's other Catachan troops I can get, like heavy gun support and things like that. And that, yeah, so I just wanted to get that done there. I've still got Dave to do some work on. He's still here. Dave is still here. He's still here. He oversees me on the bench now. He oversees me on the bench. I've got a really cool thing in mind for him for when I do finish him, for one of my RPG games. I won't talk about that here, but that's for another day. So right. We've had a heck of a day weather-wise here, by the way. It's been absolutely hammering down this morning. Hammering down to the point of floods and warnings, on the local news and things, certain places to avoid because of flooding, roads and that. And even the road, we took a trip out to a place to get some bits we needed to carry on with some DIY we're doing in our kitchen right now. Painting and things like that, so sandpaper and all that kind of good stuff. A couple of storage boxes we need to put things in, and that kind of thing. So we went out, we done that. We need electric as well, although we're getting one of those smart meters fitted next month, I think, beginning of next month. I think it's going to be a lot easier, so I don't have to keep going out to get gas and electric. I can just do it from the comfort of my living room if I want to, and just top up using my phone. That'll be good. So that's good. I've got a lot of... If I was to move the camera onto my desk and show you, which I'm not going to. You'd see the desk is covered, chock-a-block. But it's all getting done, and in a moment it's going to be all finished and then off the bench. So I was just doing a little bit here and a little bit there, chipping away at it. Much like these people do when they're doing their painting challenges and things, which are really good lately, by the way. I've been watching a load of them. So I'm enjoying watching different people do different painting challenges. As you know, or you may not know actually, so I'm going to assume you don't know. I've been doing a painting challenge every year for the past several years now at Halloween. I do a Halloween painting challenge. It's the Mini Warzone Halloween painting challenge. And I'm going to tell you about it right here, right now, just to give you plenty of warning. Now, the challenge, it's for Halloween. So Halloween, which is at the end of October, that's when I want the project, my project, finished for. So I can spend, it's pretty much an October painting challenge, basically. But I call it the Halloween painting challenge. I like to paint something, spooky or creepy or whatever. I just find something in my unpainted miniatures collection, like some zombies, or I've done Dracula. I've done different things like that. It doesn't really matter. I mean, you could do monsters from AOS or Tyranids or something. It doesn't really matter. But I like to talk about Halloween and different spooky things whilst I'm doing the painting challenge. You can do as many updates as you want, really. You can do them daily. You can do a start, middle and end. That will be like the bare minimum I will do. And then at the end, of course, like your final showcase, or this is how far I've gotten, and have a good Halloween, that kind of thing, basically. So that's that. Don't forget the P&Q Summertime Special, which is going to be happening end of the month. So, I've got a few questions already from you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Any more? Throw them my way. Get those questions in now for the Mini Warzone P&Q Summertime Special. That's basically where you get to ask me anything you want, put a comment to me, and I'll discuss it. And yeah, and we have a good time when we do that, don't we? We do. I do. I have a great time. And yeah, so that's that. I haven't filled up my new trolley yet as quickly as I thought I would. Mainly because I haven't transferred figures into it yet. I've transferred some. I've transferred my Necrons, all the Necrons I can. Obviously I can't transfer ginormous models into that. They're going to be going in really useful boxes later on, or staying on the shelf, to look really awesome where they are. So all my new Zombicide Black Plague models are going to be going in there. Boom, because games will be played out here for the most part, and even if they're not, even if they're played back at the house, I'll just take the drawer or drawers out and walk them to the house and put them on the table. There you go, off we go, playing Zombicide. Everyone's a winner, job done. I think once I start drinking this, it cools down rapidly, so I can do it quicker. So I'm going to take my first sip now, which I will edit out, so no, don't you worry about that. But I'm going to take my first sip. I take like a, not my R2D2 mug, but a similar one to that, like a thermos type mug, into it with me. I've got I usually take it with the coffee and my coffee mate in it already, so I just add hot water, stir it, off I go. Keeps it hot for ages. And then I've got a little tub of coffee and coffee mate which I can just add, because I don't have sugar with them. I'm not keen on sugar in tea and coffee, so that's good. So yeah, at home I'm building a Imperial Knight, Canis Rex, in honor of my dearly departed Millie, who who passed on a while back when I was still in my last role. You may recall I said about that. It's in honour of her. I'm going to do one for every dog I've ever had. I think I've got one which is for Taz, our big black dog, who's a black Imperial Knight. So they're going to end up with a bunch of free blades, I think, or I'll come out with some cool. Excuse me. I'll come up with some cool background lore for them, and that'll be good. So I'm going to get Rufus next. Rufus, my guy, who's still with me at the moment, and I need to get one for him. Then I'm going to think about getting some for other dogs I've had in the past. I've had so many, and I've had so many. It's going to be hard to get them all done, because it's no small feat really building an Imperial Knight. I'm only on my second one, and I'm finding it longer than I remember to get done. It's taking a lot longer than I recall it ever taking. But I'm going to build it, then paint it. Although I've painted the insides of it, the cockpit and the guy that goes in there. It comes with a guy so that if it blows up, he can still move around and stuff as well. So that's kind of cool. Anything else hobby wise? I'm still chipping away at my aliens. Get away from her. Expansion. Got the alien queen. Yeah, she's raring to go. She's all good. She's finished, so I can actually take her off the holder. So there she is. So I'm just going to pop her away. Oh, fits lovely in the drawer. Lovely in the drawer. So that's that done. I'll be doing the mech loader and Ripley in the mech loader. Enraged Ripley. Don't think I've got Ripley on her own at the moment. Don't think. Don't know. Anyway, I'll find them all, and I'll get to it. Right, so that's that done. That's good. That's another thing off my bench. See, even while we're doing Chill with Pete, I'm getting stuff done. Did you see that? See how that works? Oh, look, we're up to 13 minutes here, and I've only taken one sip of coffee so far, so it's better take another one. I'm planning on having a go at some scratch builds for terrain later. Probably more summertime stuff. I mean, it's summertime now, isn't it? But I mean, with the sun actually being here, because I'll just feel better about doing it. And I can sit at my bench probably when my 2 days off, because I work on a 4 weekly rotational pattern, and I'm on training at the moment. So when my training's over, I'll be going over to a different shift and to a different team. Once I've worked out, my routine, as it were, and the 2 days off, because I get 2 days off, it'll be either at the weekend or in the middle of the week if I'm working the weekend. So when my 2 days off fall, I would say, in the middle of the week, will be when I tend to look at the terrain builds a bit more, as opposed to at the weekend. I know it's going to sound strange, but I will get more hobby time in when my 2 days off are midweek rather than at the weekend. Because at the weekend, let's face it, I want to spend time with my family, and that's it. I want to be with my wife and do stuff together with her, because I don't see her much during the week at all. I go to work, I come home, eat, wait for my tea to go down, then I'm off to bed. So because that's just the way it is. But so at the weekend when we're both off, I want to be with her, so that we can have conversations and that. yes, we still have good conversations. Awesome conversations. Best conversations I ever have are with my wife. And yeah, so I don't think there's too much else to update you on. Think. I don't think you're going to be affected hobby-wise by videos because of my on the benches being so far in advance. Yeah, my on the benches are so far in advance, and they are the longest ones by far. I think I'm probably going to start doing tutorials with my original camera angle that I used to use years ago, which is to my left as I'm working over my left shoulder kind of thing. And I might get back to doing on the benches that way for a bit as well. I'm enjoying it with the other camera there at the moment, though, if I'm honest. Kind of top down and towards me from above to my left shoulder, whereas that one was across my left shoulder, so they converge in the middle, like so. But yeah, I mean, how are things going for you guys? I hope it's all going well. I hope your projects are working out. From what I've seen, they're doing really good. And I forgot to ask on my last on the bench. Don't forget, tell me what you're working on. Say, let me know what you're working on in this if you like. That will kind of make up for it. I'll have a video where I can read about what you guys are working on. I do enjoy reading about that, thinking, well, what are they up to now? Are they still working on those bikes or those orcs or what that character, whatever it may be? I enjoy that. I really do. I've just not long phoned my sister before coming on to do this video, so I had a bit of a chat with her. I haven't spoken to her for a while, so a bit of a catch up, as it were. So that was good. That's all good. I don't think there's much else to catch you up on. When our game's coming back to Mini Wars, and well, I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know what's going on. Yeah. Life is good right now, but it's unpredictable. So I just cannot say when that sort of thing's going to happen because I have no routine yet. It's not established. So one thing I can tell you, you might know, some of you, that all my Age of Sigmar models that I've got are all built because I built them. I bought the 2 box sets, the original one way back when, and the one they did after. I'm probably going to start using them for tutorials, those models, because I'd like to get into Age of Sigmar. I'm just so much into 40k right now. It's untrue. I mean, I dig it. I dig Age of Sigmar stuff. I really do. But I don't know. Excuse me. I don't know enough about it, you see. I think that's the problem. I'm not saying I know loads about 40k. I know more about that than I do about Age of Sigmar, though. So, yeah. And those channels of the weeks that I did not all that long ago, 2 really good lore channels there. So, check those guys out because they're really, really informative. You just look at them and go, oh, all right, I always wondered, about that. I just watched one about Angron, what like 40k theories, and what would have happened if Angron had never received the Butcher's Nails. If you know what that is, then that's fine. If you don't, then that means nothing to you. But yeah, what would have happened? What if scenarios and things like that. It's really good, and that sort of thing is good to talk about sometimes. Because I'm enjoying my Catachans, and I really want to paint them up. I'm probably gonna do them some like camo trousers and things, and that and that kind of thing. I just like the idea of them being on a jungle world, and I think I said it in my on the bench. If I could get these guys on a jungle table setup, I could do that here quite easily. Rather reminiscent of the one Mini Wargaming did for their very first narrative campaign, if you can remember. If any of you watched that, cast your minds back. They did. It was called The Fate of Fayoum. And if you remember, and if I remember, I'll put a link to my video that I did. I doubt I will remember because that's just me, but I might do. I did a recreation of The Fate of Fayoum and then did a talk about it using the updated rules, because I think when Mini Wargaming did Fate of Fayoum, I think it was still 6th edition. I think. I might be wrong, but I think it was 6th edition. I can't remember. Can't really remember, but I think it was 6th edition. If it's 7th, yeah, I do apologise. But yeah. Okay, so that's that. There's really, like I say, there's not much else, and I've been going on far too long. Look, we're at over 21 minutes now, and 22 minutes. The time I edit out my coffee drinking, it's not going to make that much of a difference. I've been going on far too long. I said these videos only last between, like, I don't know, 10 and 15 minutes, so I've gone on a bit longer on this one. But I had stuff to talk about. You know, the job thing. It's cool. I've got a job. I got another job. So I wanted to tell the world. Yes, I did it. Yeah. Anyway. Oh, I finished varnishing my Doctor Who and K9. There's K9. And there's my, like, William Hartnell Doctor Who. They are going to be in future RPGs at some point. When, I don't know. I couldn't tell you. But they are definitely going to be in future RPGs. I'm wanting to, like I say, I'm wanting to run tutorials with me sat at my bench here, where you're looking at me on my left shoulder. The camera will be more kind of that way, coming down. And I'll try and do it that way for a change. Finally, and that brings me to the end of my coffee, which means it's the end of the episode. So please like if you like, dislike if you dislike. If you do like, please consider sharing it around. Hit the bell button for future notifications for uploads. And if you really want to help me out, be like one of these guys, and you can check out my Patreon campaign, which will give you access to exclusive videos. See the different levels you can subscribe to from as little as $1 per month. That's all I've got to say, except remember, all brushes lead to war, my friends. Bye for now. Bye.